Hey guys, welcome to Religious Bullshit with Dusty Smith, the show where we take a look at the 5 craziest religious stories of the day and then drink and drink and drink until we kill the brain cells that store the memories of what we just witnessed. As always, we have a horrible show for you, so let's fucking do it. And today, we're actually going to start the show off on a fun note. The cussing preacher is back, and as always, he's glorious. Let's have a look.
I see that some of you as men have a problem with me posting a picture of a fan who dropped by my office and I'm laying my head on her titties. When did men start having problems with another man laying his head on a set of titties? I'm a man. I'm a pastor. Yes. Please understand that pastors are men too. And you need to understand that when I'm on this page, it's all about business. It's all about marketing. It's all about branding. It ain't all about the church. I am a pastor who happens to be a television talk show host. So I don't give a fuck what you think. I like pussy. I like women. And I'm going to keep on liking it. Now, if you don't like none, try get some. You might like it.
Man, now I know why I quit going to church. The preacher didn't talk about pussy enough. And the Lord maketh some big old titties, and he saw that it was good. Even Jesus hung out with hoes. That's just biblical. You keep doing you, Cussing Pastor. We love you. Finally, something about Christianity that I can understand. And next up is the least shocking headline I've ever read in my life. A YouTuber who said veganism and God cured her cancer has died of cancer. Now this is a sad story, and a part of me hates to make fun of her, but I'm gonna. Every part of this is just fucking stupid. Let's have a listen.
If you have cancer, you have to stay alkaline. You have to stay, and not necessarily, at least for the first 60 days. In my reasoning behind why I juiced for 90 days, because I listened to Dr. Sebi. He had diabetes. So how he cured his diabetes was to go through a 90-day fast, juicing and teas and stuff like that. So when I listened to Dr. Sebi, it made sense to me, well, if diabetes is just as bad, it's liver problems, right? So I decided, well, let me give it a try. What do I got to lose? So, and then I followed his list of things that I needed to juice. So I used my common sense, of course.
Yeah. I just used my common sense to skip my doctor's advice to do chemotherapy and instead got rid of my cancer with fruit juice. After all, what did I have to lose? Well, now she's dead and everything about this makes me want to scream, oh hell no. People, if you get cancer, take your goddamn doctor's advice. Don't fucking read stupid bullshit on the internet and just think you're magical and can cure this shit yourself. Yeah, I know you have faith in Jesus, but if Jesus is really gonna help you out, why did he let you get the cancer to begin with? Stop being fucking idiots already and do the chemotherapy. And I'm sorry you're dead, but this one, a little bit on you. And next up, a Georgia mom crashed her car into a concrete pole to show her kids that God exists. Because what better way to prove the existence of God than to try to kill everybody? Let's have a look.
The 2 young children who were inside told police their mother crashed on purpose to prove to them God would keep them safe.
They told police their mom's eyes was closed as she drove across this intersection and right into this concrete pole. Now, right across the street over there on another pole, a camera recorded the crash. It was just after midnight Wednesday morning when a Norcross traffic camera recorded the SUV flying across Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, then slamming head-on into the pole.
The children told the officers that their mother wanted to prove to them that God was real and God would protect them.
He was actually telling us to believe in God so nothing would happen to us.
Obviously, I feel very sorry for these children. Clearly, their mother is mentally ill. But then again, she made sure everybody buckled up before she did it, which is exactly why everybody was okay. Which lets you know there's some small rational part of her brain that has more faith in seatbelts than she does God. Because the truth is, even among the kookiest of religious people, they don't really believe their bullshit deep down. It reminds me of this other crazy story that just happened, where a woman who set her car on fire with the kids inside told them, we're gonna see Jesus. This one got caught on camera too. You can see it up here in the corner of your screen. You can see the car catch fire. But of course, the stupid bitch gets out and runs away from the fire she set to kill her and her kids. Crazy bitch basically douses the whole car on fire, tells her and her kids they're gonna go see Jesus. and then immediately nopes the fuck out on the whole goddamn thing and runs off and leaves her kids. So when some of us say that religion is a mental illness, this is the kind of shit we're talking about. There is clearly a type of craziness that you can only get with religion. Luckily, everybody made it out of the car relatively unhurt. Better luck next time, Jesus! And next up, anti-gay pastor Kevin Swanson would like all of you to know that the sexual depravity in the shape of water will destroy America. Let's have a listen.
And that's because the Academy Awards tends to be the leading edge for the moral collapse of the nation. So it's good to know, I guess, what the leading edge is doing as it continues to lead the moral collapse of the nation. So the Academy Award ceremonies this week provided the Best Film and Best Director Oscar to a violation of the worst possible sexual sin mentioned in Leviticus chapter 18. Maybe I just leave it there. I don't want to defile the ears of my listeners. But this was another milestone in the moral degradation of Hollywood and the nation itself. Now, what it did was it presented the ultimate sexual depravity. And again, I don't want anybody thinking what this is. But the ultimate sexual depravity as presented in Leviticus 18 is presented in this movie as a tender, romantic, and a beautiful thing. Now, even saying that's just disgusting.
He's talking about bestiality. Come on, dude, we're not children. We know what bestiality is. We all saw the movie. The chick was fucking a fish. Look, women fucking fish in movies is obviously gonna lead to the downfall of America. What part of that do you not understand? It was kind of a sexy fish, though. I'd fuck the shit out of that fish. And here's this same douchebag talking about how the Larry Nasser scandal, where this dude molested over 250 gymnasts, were in some way the fault of the gymnasts themselves for being immodest. Let's have a listen.
And some sports encourage immodesty, revealing large portions of the body. And this happens in some sports. So these are the risky sports. Mm-hmm. Here they are. What are the risky sports? Gymnastics. Do you really want your daughters involved in a sport that involves a fair amount of immodesty, in which red-blooded American male coaches are interacting with these girls? Or worse yet, where the infatuation of the body eventually affects the lesbian coaches.
Nah, dude. I would expect red-blooded American males not to molest little children. And I don't know why you had to bring the lesbians into it, but same goes for them. Don't rape little children. What the fuck? I don't give a shit how much skin they're showing. Don't rape little children. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do I get the feeling this guy sits around and thinks an awful lot about fucking children and fish? And we're going to end the show on this one. It seems like lately the left is getting their ass kicked by the right on the free speech issue, which seems really silly to me because it's not just the left who have problems with free speech. Many on the right, many Christians have very extreme views of free speech themselves. And here's an example of that. This is popular Christian right activist Brian Fisher, in his own words, saying that nobody except for Christians actually have First Amendment free speech rights. Let's have a listen.
Just want to finish up on our conversation about whether Wiccans, that is, worshipers of the devil, followers of witchcraft, whether they have First Amendment rights under our Constitution. And the answer is that they do not. The blunt, simple, direct, straightforward answer is that Wiccans do not have First Amendment rights, nor do Muslims, nor do Jews, nor do Native Americans, nor do Rastafarians, nor do any practitioners of any other religion other than Christianity. So whatever the First Amendment is about, whatever protections it extends in the federal Constitution, those were just for Christianity. So Christianity has First Amendment rights under the federal Constitution. No other religion does.
And this guy's opinion is not unique at all in the Christian world. People want to pretend like the right is some bastion of free speech, but it's really not true. Just recently, I had this local Christian guy threaten to sick his cop buddies on me and had me put in jail because he did not like the fact that I was bringing atheism to his hometown. A lot of these guys pretend like they're free speech warriors, like they love the Constitution. But the truth is, given the opportunity, they would fucking take my free speech away in a heartbeat if they had that chance. And it's not like all these religious schools and all these churches are inviting people in with alternative viewpoints to speak. They're not. Ain't no churches or religious schools going out of their way to platform evolutionists. Ain't no churches and religious schools going out of their way to platform atheists. The truth is, these places have very tight control on what is allowed to be said, but no one ever calls them out for it. So I absolutely do not believe the left should cede the free speech issue to the right. All the lefties I know support free speech. All the lefties I know think you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want to say. The only real question is whether or not you should give your personal platform to these bad ideas or not. Otherwise, people can say whatever the fuck they want to say. And I think this is an issue that the left really needs to start pushing back on. Because the truth is, the right is absolutely no better. They just don't get caught out on their bullshit nearly as much. And that's it for this episode, folks. If you like it, please rate, please comment, please share the videos. And as always, till next time, logic. Fuck yes. Hey guys, Dusty Smith here, and thanks to the adpocalypse, now almost all of my videos are demonetized. I'm pretty much only making money off my videos now through a Patreon account. And for those of you who don't know, we set up an animal sanctuary here in Mississippi for rescued animals, the Humanist Society of Mississippi Animal Sanctuary, where we try to spread humanism and secularism throughout the South by doing good deeds. So if you can afford to, even $1 or $2 helps. We're doing some good work here, and it's all because of you. Thanks, guys.